Hello YouTubers. I'm going to talk to you right now, and I guess the topic would be, do you really need credit? Well, that depends on the type of person you are. So, not to get real deep on you, but this quote, I thought about it. This is a good quote. I'm going to read you. It's from Benjamin Franklin from the Poor Richard's Almanac in 1753. It says, against some men's principle to pay interest, and seems against others' interest to pay the principal. If you really think about that, to only pay the interest and not pay the principal, to me that's a form of slavery that pretty much the other person agrees to. It's unnecessary. So if you're that type of person that only pays the interest and doesn't pay it off the principal, or I'll speak, if I was that type of person, no, I wouldn't have anything. Credit would not be helpful for me. No, forget it. I wouldn't use it. Now, with the exception, I pay a lot on my principal, well, over the time of my loan for my home. So to me, that's acceptable to pay over a long time, for your loan on your home mortgage. Nobody should be crazy about paying any kind of debt, but that's the one I'm most sympathetic to for myself on my home mortgage. But if it was $1,000 and I only paid off like the bare minimum, and it just kept adding on and on, no, I don't think it's good to have credit for that. So to answer the question, do you need credit? Absolutely not. Credit for me it's only for the benefits. I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm flattered that some of you may have been following my series on improving credit, and I think that's awesome, and I sincerely do hope that you build credit, and that you're responsible and a good steward over your money, and that benefits you. What I've shared with you benefits you. But if you're not responsible, and maybe you're responsible at paying your bills and just simply paying your debts that way, and that's honorable, and there's nothing wrong with that, then you don't need credit. Credit might just create more of a mess for you. It's for some people, it's not for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's also different schools of thought on credit. There's some gurus that just absolutely despise credit, and they'll rant and rave and get all kind of crazy about it, and that's cool. I try to learn from everybody that I can and take a little something, no matter if I'm like, they're getting kind of upset about this, but to each their own. Everybody's different, and I respect what they have to say as well, and I agree with them, but not for everybody. But debt's not good. Debt's not cool. So I agree with that. Any kind of debt's not cool, and if you can save up to purchase a home, God bless you. I wasn't able to do that. If you're, hate credit so bad, I'm gonna just save all this money and buy my house in cash. For me, it's really not realistic. If I wanted to get in a home, I would rather just take out a loan and for my home mortgage. Now, for my car, it's a 0% interest, but that's because I have a good credit score. I'm not 100% factual about this, but I have a good feeling and think about it. Really, do you really think that they'd give me a 0% financing on my car if I had bad credit? I don't think they would. And just because I say this on YouTube doesn't, you really, you have to think for yourself. Even the things I say, think for yourself. Just because I'm on YouTube and I say something and this doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And it's also just my perspective, my opinions, my thoughts. and I sincerely do want to help you. And a lot of the stuff, you know, you'll have to take my word for it when I say, like, I have 0% interest in my car. You know, for all you know, I might be misleading you, but you'll have to take my word for it. It is 0%, and I believe it's because I have good credit. They didn't come out and say that, but more than likely it's what it is. Now, there's another school of thought from other gurus that say, you know, credit's good. You can actually use credit to make money. And that sounds exciting to me. You know, honestly, I haven't done it. You know, I just pay in full whenever my bill comes in, and it's auto paid. You know, I've talked about that before. I'm a big believer, just auto pay it. I don't go over 30%. And also, to be really good at building credit, I believe you really need to be good at your budget. You need to know how much money's coming in and out, and if you're able to cover your expenses. So, you know, it's not for everybody. It works for me. So, also in this series, I don't want to mislead you. I believe your foundation is your budget, and understanding your money would definitely help. But even if you take a little bit of credit and just pay it on time and full, that'll help too. It just depends on what you're into. I like the rewards, so I pay aggressively with my credit. Experts may agree or disagree with how I do it, but the bottom line, you know what? It's paid in full. And you know what? I don't go over 30% of my borrowing power. So I believe I'm good. Now, I would like to experiment, you know, and that's something I need to think about. Just for fun, borrow a little money to try to make money somehow, to be creative. That's cool. That sounds really cool and fun, but I'm not at that level yet. I'm just reaping the benefits and, enjoying the benefits. So I really do feel it's important too, like I stated before, to think for yourself, and there's a lot of good information on YouTube and books and experts and gurus, and I highly recommend talk to a mentor, talk to somebody that's been around the block that you know personally. That a lot of people that have good credit won't come out and tell you to have good credit. So if you come across somebody and pick their brains for it. Hey, what are you doing? How are you doing? How did you do it? And maybe that'll help you as well. So, and I'm flattered, you've been following my series on improving credit. But just make sure, do you really need credit? Are you the type of person that's going to benefit you? You might be just fine without credit. Credit could also be a blessing. It could also help you out. So you have to answer that question on your own, to be honest. This is working for me, and I reap the benefits of it. So, and I hope what I'm sharing helps you. And at the very least, you exercise your mind and think for yourself. So anyway, I thank you for stopping by. I'm flattered once again, and I bid you a good day, or a good evening, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.